Well,
it's time for our final encounter.
Final encounter time, ladies and gentlemen.
Doug Williams is a man who's had an epic career, not just in Britain but around the world. That is why he's known as the British Wrestling Ambassador. One place that Doug Williams enjoyed tremendous success in was Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan. He was a GHC World Tag Team Champion with Scorpio. Back in 2007, Doug Williams had an absolute classic with Naomichi Marafuji under the RQW banner. In fact, I had the honour of commentating on that match. Here we are as Doug Williams enters the twilight of his career. He requested this one match to wrap things up in IPW against one of his most famous foes, and a man who's come over, he's flown over from Japan especially for tonight to face his old nemesis. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be very special. This is going to be very emotional. This is going to be a wrestling clinic as Britain's Doug Williams takes on Japan's Naomichi Marafuji. Let's go to ringside. It's time for our main event.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is an international dream match set for one fall. Please can we have both competitors to the ring.
Well, here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. As Dean just so eloquently put it, at the twilight of his career. Unsuccessful yesterday in becoming IPW World Champion, but let's be honest, he had Kip Sabian down for about a count of 8 after the Chaos Theory. If there had been a referee in position, that man right there would be defending the World Championship right now against Marafuji, I do believe.
Absolutely, and here's Doug Williams, and you can see the look in his eyes. He knows this could be the last time he wrestles under the IPW banner, and it all happens in a venue that he competed in right at the beginning of his career.
Here we go.
Naomichi Marafuji, as you said, 20 years in the business versus the 25 years of Doug Williams. Very popular, seen very much as the ace of Noah over the years in Japan.
Indeed, he has won the GHC Heavyweight Championship 3 times. He's been a junior heavyweight champion, a tag league champion.
Introducing first, to my right, from Reading, he is British Wrestling's finest ambassador, Doug Williams!
And the streamers fly in.
And his opponent, from Konosu, Saitama, Japan, representing Pro Wrestling Noah, Naomichi Marafuji!
If you're unfamiliar with Japanese wrestling, it is tradition that coloured streamers representing the colours of each wrestler are thrown in the ring to show support. Where you can see we have support for Williams, we have support for Marafuji. And as I said last night, Doug Williams is one of my oldest friends in the wrestling business, and if I am not impartial in this match, if I'm a little emotional in this match, I make no apology. Both of these men, former GHC World Tag Team Champions. In fact, Marafuji, the current reigning World Tag Team Champion, along with Akitoshi Saito. And a presentation of flowers for both men, again a tradition. Great respect being shown here. You touched on Marafuji's 20-year anniversary. Just having a photo there, you touch upon Marafuji's 20th anniversary. He just recently faced, earlier this month, Hideo Itami from the WWE, obviously better known in those days in Noah as Kenta, who the WWE allowed to go over for that one-off special match. And our referee, a man of many years' experience himself, Steve Linsky. Strap yourselves in, folks. This one is going to be awesome.
Crowd split right down the middle, Dean. 50-50. Williams and Marafuji.
Oh, look at this. You think Marafuji's lost a step in 20 years? Not a chance.
Absolutely not. As you've touched upon before, Dean, of course, Doug Williams, trained by Hammerlock all those years ago. Andre Baker's school.
The late, great Andre Baker. In fact, when Andre Baker passed away a year later, we held an Andre Baker memorial show in this very building.
There's so much history, not just for Doug Williams. There's so much, isn't there, in this building, in this area. It's a fitting place, I think, for it to happen. It really, really is.
Absolutely. And I know Doug wasn't able to come over for that show because he was actually under contract to TNA and had a commitment with them that day. That show headlined by a fantastic match with Zack Sabre Jr. and Fergal Devitt, the only time they've ever competed against one another. Doug Williams now at the front chancery. Williams knows his opponent, although very experienced, is younger. He is going to try and set the pace. He's going to try and keep it on the mat to wrestle him. Doesn't want to be on a vertical base as much as he can with Marafuji. Look at this.
Oh,
mind games.
Absolutely. Took his time before he gave him that break.
Incidentally, one thing worth pointing out, it's off camera, but it's just beside us. Virtually the entire locker room has emptied out to witness this match.
That's the magnitude of what we're witnessing, isn't it?
Exactly. That tells you what you need to know about the respect that these two men are held in.
Marafuji, of course, trained by the great Misawa, one of the true legends of Japanese wrestling. Both men have pedigrees in their respective countries, but both men are known worldwide for it.
Indeed, wherever Marafuji has gone, he has won things. He started in All Japan. He returned to All Japan after the split, which formed Pro Wrestling Noah. He won their World Junior Heavyweight title in 2008. He returned in 2018 to win the annual Champion Carnival tournament. He's one of the founding members of Pro Wrestling Noah. And you say, you talk about him being trained by Misawa. He was also trained not only by Misawa, but by Satoru Sayama, a man who has a great history in the UK as Sammy Lee back in the 1980s, who lit up the screens of World of Sport.
Also, he's a two-time winner of the Super J Cup. One of those times he actually beat Finn Balor in the final. Finn Balor, I do apologise.
Then known as Prince Devitt, of course. And that submission hold by Marafuji, they're targeting those shoulders. And as we've said, we know Doug Williams has had tremendous problems with his rotator cuff. We know that's what he's going to be doing as soon as he does call it a day on his career. He's going under the knife and getting that sorted. So that just says not only does Marafuji know Williams from back in the day in Noah, he's been researching Doug Williams 2018. That's the mark of a professional. That's why Naomichi Marafuji has been so successful everywhere he goes around the world.
Because he keeps researching. He doesn't just stop. He doesn't just think he knows everything. He keeps going back, and that's why he's going for the shoulder.
Yeah. And the other thing about Doug Williams, as we mentioned yesterday, he uses a lot of offense with his knees. What part of the body of Doug Williams is Marafuji targeting there? The knees.
Williams keeps the lock. Well, it's difficult to see who's got who, but right now it's Marafuji who has Williams stretching the arms, stretching the knees.
He's got nowhere to go. If he wants to submit, it'd have to be verbal, but like we said in the Zaya Brookside match yesterday, did you notice how Marafuji had Doug's body laid across that IPW logo? Because that is the exact centre of the ring. You can't get near the ropes.
It's a great target. It's exactly where you want to land a submission. You want to hook it in there because it's going to take a lot of energy to move your opponent with you to get to the ropes in the first place.
As it was, Doug Williams managed to get an arm free. But again, that was pulling on those shoulders, pulling on that rotator cuff. We are watching a master. We're watching two masters at work here. And we thank you for joining us here on the IWN for IPW, International Pro Wrestling, as we celebrate our 14th anniversary weekender.
We know that it's going to be Marafuji who is the faster of the two in this contest, Dean. So what is Doug Williams going to have to do to limit that?
Take that leg out by the looks of things. Very smart move.
He's going to have to restrict the speed. That's surely what he's going to have to do. Marafuji is known. He's known for that high-flying attribute. He uses it sparingly, admittedly, but when he uses it, by heck does he use it. And Williams is going to have to limit that somehow.
Oh, look at this now. Modified camel clutch from Williams. Doug Williams still flies. We saw him come off the top with that top rope forearm uppercut yesterday against Kip Sabian.
As you've said before, in his younger career, Williams was more, he did high flying.
Oh, he's very much a huge high flyer.
Very much.
In his first 2 or 3 years.
He sort of has things in common with some of the superstars that we've got that are a bit younger, like Mark Haskins and Kip Sabian. They're sort of all round. They have the technical ability, they try power moves, and they also can fly around the ring.
It's a classic story where a young wrestler full of energy, full of enthusiasm will fling themselves around the ring with a reckless abandon, and then as they mature, as the body starts to ache, they adapt their style. William Regal is a perfect example of this. Doug Williams is another example of that.
The strategy, I have to say, Dean, has been working thus far. Doug Williams has really limited the speed of Marafuji. We haven't seen him really move a great deal of speed because Williams keeps trapping him in these holds. He's wearing him down. It's classic wrestling.
Williams up to his feet quicker, and you have to say, if this was on points, I think Williams would be ahead.
I agree. Although it sounds like Marafuji hurt you. Because he is levelling Williams with those chops at the moment.
Oh! Rapid fire kicks to the temple of Doug Williams, and that'll scramble your brains. And out to the floor now. What's going to happen here?
Take over to the guard before he's going to hit him on the guard, but it doesn't. Props him. Oh! Did you hear how dull the sound was? It was loud, but it was dull. Super impact by Marafuji. Once again, a dull, loud sound from Marafuji echoing off of Doug Williams' chest.
And our referee, Steve Linsky, is kind of half-heartedly trying to get them back in the ring. He knows everyone here wants a clean finish, so we don't want any count-outs, we don't want any disqualifications, and now the tables have turned. Oh! Oh, no! Doug Williams tried to turn the tables, but was not successful, and Steve Linsky shepherds them both back into the ring at last. Incidentally, don't adjust your sets if you are getting confused. Both men have one half of a pair of identical twins as their seconds. This is not going to go good for the neck. Marafuji geeing this crowd up.
Oh! Twisting the neck of Williams.
You can see the look on Steve Linsky's face as he reacted to that. Linsky knows full well about the history of neck and shoulder problems that Williams has had. That is one of the reasons, I think, why he is winding his career down, to the toll, the impact on the body.
And also, by doing the damage to the neck, it's a perfect setup for the Shiranui, should he decide to go for it.
Indeed.
Oh, Williams is fading it.
He is.
It's fading, look. He's going for the... That is a wise move by Marafuji. Saw that Williams had faded in. Instead of keeping the hold, maybe waiting for Steve Linsky to lift the arm up 3 times, he went straight for the cover.
Very smart move.
That's such an insightful thing to do.
That is the mark of a 20-year pro, multiple-time world champion, Rick.
Absolutely. Let's go for the exploder.
Williams there, did you notice he used the right knee because Marafuji had been working on the left, and the belly-to-belly suplex.
Doug Williams has been on quite the run in IPW towards the twilight of his career. He's put away Christopher Daniels, Mark Haskins twice, Jimmy Havoc, Chris Ridgway, and let's be honest, he had Kip Sabian beat as well. Can he overcome one of his great foes in Marafuji here in your main event of Final Encounter?
Well, Marafuji won their 2007 encounter. You know for sure Doug Williams wants to even up the scores here. But psychologically, you've got to wonder how much did that loss to Kip Sabian take mentally out of Doug Williams. Marafuji is a current reigning champion. Doug Williams lost the world title challenge last night. Is that going to is that going to weigh heavy on his mind?
If it's weighing heavy on his mind, he's not letting it show here, Dean.
Just a 2 count. That patented top rope forearm uppercut from Doug Williams. A man who started his career known as the Anarchist, who is ending his career known as the Ambassador.
He was looking for the waist there. I think he was thinking Chaos Theory.
He was indeed.
But Marafuji had it scouted.
Well, I was going to say, Marafuji knew what was coming. That Chaos Theory, known around the world, one of the most innovative finishing maneuvers of its time.
And it had Kip Sabian beat yesterday. He had him down for an 8 count while there was no referee.
Oh! Oh, and Doug Williams fires back, and look at this!
Oh, they're volleying each other here, Dean.
Look at the sweat pouring off both men.
Oh, feet right on the head, driving Williams into the canvas, and there's a kick to boot.
That's got to be it, surely.
Doesn't hook the leg, Dean. Didn't hook the leg and didn't put enough weight on the shoulders.
And was that leg, was that the difference maker? I think surely, had he hooked that leg, we would have been raising Marafuji's hand and declaring him the winner. But as it is, this match goes on.
Marafuji teasing the Shiranui there, but Williams wise to it.
Oh! And Marafuji ramps it up a gear. Can Williams keep up? He's going for the Shiranui, but no.
Williams has a... What a reversal, what a counter!
Gory special! Oh!
Did you notice that? Did Marafuji's head, it went under the second rope?
He tucked his head into the rope to avoid damaging his own neck, but may have damaged his ribs and his side in doing so. Oh man, look at this, we're going for a superplex. Can Williams get him over?
Marafuji holding on with everything he's got.
Williams lands on his feet, but he's on wobbly legs.
Got him with the exploder! Wow, that's incredible by Williams. Look at that! 2!
No! But did you notice, just as we were talking previously about telegraphing your moves,
Absolutely.
Marafuji tapped the elbow to tell the crowd what he was going for. Doug Williams spotted that as well.
It's like watching two great chess grandmasters go at it. Each one knows the moves, each one knows the plays.
And that near fall has lit a fire under Doug Williams because he is going for the victory. He's got the finish line in sight. He mounts the top rope. And he went for the bomb scare knee drop, but Marafuji knew what was coming and got out of the way, and a roll up.
2,
No! Another thrust kick from Marafuji, and he's going for the Shiranui, but Doug Williams counters it.
Has him on the shoulders. Has him on the shoulders. He's got him with the waist hook. He's going for it again, Dean.
Chaos Theory! No!
No, it's blocked.
No!
Oh, what a kick by Marafuji.
And Williams collapses.
1, 2,
But he
go!
somehow kicks out. How in the world is Doug Williams kicking out of a barrage of offense from the master, Naomichi Marafuji? What a match we are seeing here, exclusive in IPW.
Oh,
and a knee to the back of the head. And surely that's got to be it, as Williams is rolled over. 1, 2, no! Doug Williams will not stay down.
He didn't win the world title last night, Dean, but I tell you what, you're going to have to drag him out of that ring to stop him from beating Marafuji here, surely.
He's going for the Shiranui again, but each time Williams knows what's coming.
Reversal, Marafuji's got himself caught up. Williams has got him again.
Chaos Theory,
No!
Still no. These men know each other so well. Magistral Cradle 1.
2,
And it's all over.
He got it.
It's all over. What a match we have just witnessed.
Here is your winner, Naomichi Marafuji!
And ladies and gentlemen, that should, I would imagine, be the last time we see Doug Williams in an IPW ring. And I'll tell you something, on the record books it will show that he lost, but he is a winner. He is the true ambassador of British wrestling. What a contest we have seen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen an epic final encounter here in Maidstone. We'll be back in this venue on the 23rd of December when Chris Ridgway gets his world title shot. On behalf of Ricky Slatter, we're going to leave you with the pictures here as Doug Williams takes his bow. And on behalf of everyone in British wrestling, to the ambassador, thank you. Good night, everyone.